Good morning, Kipsters. Good morning, Mr. Thompkins. How are you all doing? I missed you. I tell you this every time I start a video, but I miss you a lot. Can't wait to see your faces. So today, I have the privilege of doing a read aloud with you. The book we're going to do today is called Sue by Lupita Nyong'o. You may have heard the name Lupita Nyong'o because she is in Black Panther, one of my favorite movies. So, this book is about a young lady named Sue. And when we're reading this book, and as you're reading, and once we're done, I want you to think, what lesson did Sue learn? Okay? Now, again, as we're reading, I want you to think about the character, the problem, the solution, and again, the lesson learned. So, without further ado, I bring you Sue. Sue was born the color of midnight. She looked nothing like her family, not even a little, not even at all. Mama was the color of dawn, Baba the color of dusk, and Mish, her sister, was the color of high noon. Hardly anyone at school looked at Sue either. People gave her sister, Mish, pet names like Sunshine and Ray and Beauty. People gave Sue names like Blackie and Darky and Night. Sue felt hurt every time. So she hid away while her sister made lots of friends. The author told us how Sue was feeling, but I want to see if you can give me another word. How do you think Sue is feeling at this moment? How do you think she feels about her sister getting all the attention? Good thinking, Kipsters. Sue dreamed of being the same color as her sister. She wanted real friends, too. So she got the biggest eraser she could find and tried to rub off a layer or two of her darkness. That hurt. She crept into Mama's room and helped herself to her makeup. Oh no! She would hear about this from Mama. Sue decided to work from the inside out and ate only the lightest, brightest foods. Why is Sue doing this? You're right. She is doing this so that she can have lighter skin. With a stomach ache, she went to bed early and turned to God for a miracle. Dear Lord, why do I look like midnight when my mother looks like dawn? Please make me as fair as the parents I'm from. I want to be beautiful and just to pretend. I want to have daylight. I want to have friends. If you hear me, my Lord, and would like to comply, may I wake up as bright as the sun in the sky. Amen. When Mama came in to wake her for school the next morning, Sue rose to find not a trace of daylight in her midnight skin. Sue told Mama everything. Mama asked, "What's your name?" "Sue," she muttered. "And what does that mean?" "Star," Sue whispered. Brightness is not in your skin, my love. Brightness is just who you are. As for beauty, Mama said, rubbing Sue's stomach the way she always did to comfort her, you are beautiful. Sue sighed. Do you think she believes her mother when she says that she's beautiful? Think about what Sue just did after her mother told her she was beautiful. She sighed. What does that let you know about how she feels? Well, you are beautiful to me, but you can't rely on what you look like to make you feel beautiful, my sweet. Real beauty comes from your mind and your heart. It begins with how you see yourself, not how others see you. Now, up you get and out you go. How could she, as dark as she was, have brightness in her? How could she have beauty when no one but her mother seemed to see it? How could she be a star? How many of you have ever felt down like that because of something that you couldn't change? Maybe your nose. Look at my big nose. Maybe your skin. Or maybe something you couldn't do that your friends could do. I know, sometimes it's tough. But we're going to figure out how Sulwe helped solve her problem. And I hope that you solved your problem too. That night, a shooting star appeared at Sulwe's window. The night sent me, the star said. Come with me. Sulwe hopped onto the star, and off they went. Long ago, at the beginning of time, said the star, there was night and day, and they were sisters. They loved each other very much, but people didn't treat the sisters the same. Let's think. How do you think people treated the sisters? We have day, and then we have night. How are the sisters treated differently? Let's think. You're right. Perhaps the lighter sister was treated better because of her lighter skin tone, and the darker sister may have been treated like Sulwe. Let's find out. Lovely, nice, pretty. People gave day pet names. People gave night names like scary and bad and ugly. She felt hurt every time. Well, Night got fed up and walked right off the earth. Day stayed behind and enjoyed making everybody happy in the sun. But then, Day grew too long. Day began to really miss her sister, and so did everyone else. There had to be a way to get her back. Day set off to find Night. And she did. I miss you, said Day. I miss you too, said Night. But you don't know what it's like to be treated badly for being dark. You're right, I don't, Day replied. But what I do know is that we need you just the way you are. Come and see. Night returned and the people rejoiced. We need the darkest night to get the deepest rest. We need you so that we can grow and dream and keep our secrets to ourselves. The stars chimed in. Brightness isn't just for daylight. Light comes in all colors. And some light can only be seen in the dark. While day had a golden glow, with night everything had a silver sheen, elegant and fine. Day told her sister, when you are darkest is when you are most beautiful. It's when you are most you. Could it be that night did not need to change? Not even a little? Not even at all? Now that night and day were back together, a little bit of night returned to day in the form of shadows, and a little bit of day returned to night in the form of moonlight. They were inseparable from that moment on and promised to celebrate the brightness in each other, whether people chose to see it or not. You see, the star explained, we need them both on their sunniest day and their darkest night and every shade in between. Together, they make the world we know light and dark, strong and beautiful. So after this dream and after going with the star, how do you think Sulway felt? I'm thinking she gained some confidence after understanding that night was as important as day, no matter how she looked. Look at that face. Sulway rose the next morning beaming. There would be no hiding anymore. She belonged out in the world, dark and beautiful, bright and strong. And if she ever needed a reminder for brightness, she could look up at the sky on the darkest night to see for herself. Sulway felt beautiful inside and out. I'm going to read the author's note. Before I read the author's note, let's think. What did Sulway learn? I think she learned that it's important that she love herself no matter how she looked. And that her skin color is an asset. It's something that's good. It's something that she should respect and appreciate. She should love herself. And I hope that you learn that you should love yourself for who you are. You should love your name. You should love your looks. And you should have your self-esteem to lean back on when everything goes bad. Because guess what? You are special and you are amazing just the way you are. Now, I'm going to read the author's note because it's important that we look at Miss Lupita Luongo and we think about maybe what she went through as a child. And I'm going to read her note, and I hope this gives you some clarity on why she wrote this book and why I like to read this to my baby girl, because I want her to understand that she's beautiful just the way she is. Author's note. Much like Sulway, I got teased and taunted about my night-shaded skin. I prayed to God that I would wake up with paler skin. I tried all sorts of things to lighten my complexion. My mother told me often that I was beautiful. But she's my mother. Of course she's supposed to think that. It wasn't until I was much older that my feelings about my skin changed. It helped to see darker-skinned women being celebrated for their beauty. If they were beautiful, I could be too. I began to see myself differently. While both Sulway and I had to learn to see our beauty, I hope that more and more children begin their lives knowing that they are beautiful. That they can look to the beauty in the world and know that they are a part of it. And yet, what is on the outside is only part of being beautiful. Yes, it is important to feel good about yourself when you look in the mirror. But what is even more important is working on being beautiful inside. That means being kind to yourself and to others. That is the beauty that truly shines through. The journey I went on was very different from Sulway's nighttime adventure, but the lesson was the same. There is so much beauty in this world and inside you that others are not awake to. Don't wait for anyone to tell you what beautiful is. Know that you are beautiful because you chose to be. Know that you always were and always can be. Treasure it and let it light the way in everything you do. Kipsters, I appreciated reading this book to you. I do want to leave you with these words. Love yourself. Always love yourself. If you all don't know, my first name was a very, very difficult name to live with as a child. But as I grew older, I learned that my name is so unique that I had to love myself enough to love my first name. So, hipsters, love yourself. Continue to work hard. We miss you. We hope to see you soon.